Please tell me you can hear me. Can you hear me? Hi, guys. Can you hear me? Tell me you can hear me. Please tell me you can hear me. I can hear me. Can you hear me? I can hear me. I don't know what happened. It was on mute some kind of way. I don't know. Either way it go, I had a whole conversation talking to myself. Ugh, I'm not repeating none of that. Okay? Love you guys. But long story short, I'm back. I am back. I'm doing it from the comforts of my living room. This is going to be every first, third, and fifth Sunday, if there is a fifth Sunday in the month. I don't know what happened, but I just had a whole conversation. I hate that. So thank you guys for letting me know that you can't hear me. Hey, yay! Hi everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Don't know what happened. Don't know what happened. Long story short, rest in peace to all my fellow bikers that have passed away in the last couple days from the virus and other things. Um, I don't talk about current news on my show because I just feel like the news is doing enough of that. So I don't talk about that. But I do have to say rest in peace for those who have lost their lives. Um, I do see a good friend and my former co-host is on here. If she's still on here, she is doing great things with domestic violence awareness. She just posted that a young lady has lost her life to domestic violence. So if you guys can, please like and share for My Voice Matters, the number 4, My Voice Matters. She's doing great things with domestic violence. Um, and it's real tough right now with being at home with your significant other that's really not so significant, but that's neither here nor there. So, guys, thank you again for tuning in. I got notes today for those that didn't hear me before. I have notes. I took notes. Y'all know I never take notes, right? I never ever take notes, but I took notes today because I knew I wanted to talk about some things and I didn't want to forget. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Um, so what I was saying was, I don't know if you guys heard this part, but I was talking to one of my friends about this movie that I had saw, Netflix, Hulu, something. I've been binge watching. There's nothing else to do. So I've been binge watching, and she mentioned to me because I was kind of, I don't want to call it depressed, but this is depressing, right? Not being able to go out, people are losing their lives, jobs, and all of that good stuff, and who knows when unemployment is going to pay out, and all of that, right? So I was talking to her, and she just was like, you know what? Don't let the devil see. I had to write it down because I knew I was going to forget. Don't let the devil change your body language, right? And for me, that's huge because when I get in those slumps, I often change who I am, change that body language. And I change from laughing and talking and being ha 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 to, yeah, whatever. It's whatever. And we can't do that, especially not now. Right now, and I know it's hard for some of us because it's hard for me. It's really hard for me not to be able to go out, not to be able to do what I want to do. I've never been, I haven't partied in years, but not to be able to just go out, right, and not to be able to. When you can't do something, that's when you really want to do it. So to not be able to go out and just kind of live and do what I want to do and be free and do whatever, it's hard. The fact that I can't be in the school with the kids, right? I used to complain like these kids is da 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 da, but now I would love to hear my name called over the radio, right? Just like I'm coming, right? Just to be with my kids. So I absolutely miss them. I miss going to work every day with my coworkers and joking and laughing, seeing faces every day. I miss that. I miss that. I miss the store, going to dress different women. I miss that. So I was allowing the whole COVID thing to change my body language. I was allowing that to hinder me. Um, Because when this first happened, I was like, oh, we'll be back at work in 2 weeks. It's nothing. But as time goes on, I'm just like, well, maybe we won't. What happens? So then I went into a slump. Like, well, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to work. I don't want to do anything. Forget it. Well, I couldn't allow that to happen. So now I have beefed up businesses. I have redone and revamped websites. I have made sure that 2021's tour is going to be up and running and moving greatly. I have revamped 2020 tour because we had to cancel some dates, add some dates, fix some dates, postpone some dates. So I had to do all of that. So if I allow the devil to steal that away from me, then what happens when this is over? What happens? So I had to remember, even in this, be grateful. Even in this, continue to work. Even in this, give God praise. And that's what I've done, along with revamping some stuff, along with getting stuff together. I've done all of that. So I just kind of wanted to make sure you just kind of don't allow the devil to steal that from you, right? And then the other part of that is walking in purpose. If for no other reason, right now is the time that you figure that out. What is your purpose? What is it that you just cannot live one day without thinking about doing differently, making sure it's done? And I'm not going to tell y'all my computer trying to die on me, so bear with me. I charged it earlier. I did, but it's like I'm not happy right now. So bear with me. I got some helpers here. Yay. Thank God for helpers. So walk in purpose, right? So make sure you are spending time with God to figure out what is it that you're supposed to be doing at this time. What is it that you just can't stop thinking about. You think about it all the time. This is something that you've always wanted to do, but maybe you couldn't do. So now you have that time where you're at home and you have that time, right? So yeah, it's a computer charger. Come on. Um, so now that you have that time, sorry guys. Y'all know me. I'm never prepared. Ever. I'm never prepared. Never prepared. So now that we have that time, let's make sure that we're using it wisely. I got it. If it stay, we good. If it don't stay, we in trouble. Yeah, I'm going through menopause, so you guys have to excuse me. And my wonderful, beautiful fan is at work, sitting on my desk, and nobody can get in. So you have to excuse me. Menopause is real. There's never any heat on in the house unless it's like super cold, and I'm always sweating. So anyway, back to purpose. Let's make sure we're walking in purpose during this downtime, because what's going to happen when this world starts back up, you could have a whole business, you could have a whole purpose-driven life, right? And if this happens again, you'll be okay. So that's the bigger part of it. Make sure we're walking in purpose. Make sure that we're doing um, the things that God intended us to do in this downtime. For me, it may be downtime for work, but it's not downtime for the art of transparency. It's not downtime for amazing destinations. It's not downtime for Kaya's Cute Collections, because I have to get those businesses up and running so that they can run by themselves. Kaya was just on maybe a couple days ago with Kaya's Cute Collection. So there's things that I'm still doing. So make sure you're doing that. Make sure you're still doing things. So I just kind of wanted to put that out there. Let's start to walk in our purpose, because that's huge. That is like, I think sometimes you have to be sat down. Like we used to joke about it in AOT last year. Somebody would, not be able to go on a trip or something, and we just joke like, "Ha you know, God is telling you to sit down." Well, now it's a national thing. God is telling you to sit down, talk to Him, figure out what it is that He has been trying to say to you, but you were too busy to sit down and listen, right? Because I know for me, I get off of one job, I go to the other job. By the time I get home, I shower and I'm in the bed because I'm tired. There was no time for me to actually sit down and have conversations with him. There was no time. So I thought, right? So let's sit down and have conversations. Let's have conversations with him and figure out what we're supposed to be doing and then do that. Real simple, right? Not really. Not really. So I wanted to touch bases on that. And then, like I said, I'm coming back, bringing real life situations to the forefront. I'll have special guests, whether it be sitting here in my living room or via Zoom. I love Zoom. Um, they sent us an email like, there's a lot of people on Zoom, so you might not get a connection. Honey, bye. I'm going to get me a connection. But anyway. So I am coming back first, third, and fifth Sundays. If it is a fifth Sunday, 7 p.m. Again, special guests. We'll still have real conversations. That's not going to change. ALT is still going strong. We are still going strong. My team is, we just kind of waiting on the word so we can hop on a plane and go. Our next stop is supposed to be Houston. We'll be in Houston June 20th. No, the 19th through the 21st. But the conference is the 20th. If we open back up. If not, then I'll let you know the new date. But right now, we're set for June 20th. Let's see. It's really hard to read comments because it's not on this screen. So if I look down, it's because I'm trying to figure out comments, and I also got notes. Okay. So walking in purpose, definitely. It's so important. COVID doesn't stop the clock or the calendar. Time is moving and don't want to get left behind. I'm trying to stay focused on what matters. And that right there is important. So important. And say we let all of this time lapse. The time, as she just said, it don't stop. So we've let all this time lapse, however long we're gonna be in the house. We have allowed all of this time to lapse. So now what happened? What happened? Right? Do you just stop? Do you just, what happens? So that's where I'm at with it. I have to make sure that I keep moving, that I keep going. Just keep going. Just keep going. Because I get so wrapped up with that because on the spiritual side of this, the devil thought we were gonna stop. The devil thought he had won. That's the spiritual side of it. The other side of it is, do you know who my daddy is? Like, for real, for real? This don't stop. You stopped a job. You didn't stop my purpose. You stopped a job. You never will stop my purpose. But I'm not going to stay on track. I got to stay on track. I got some more comments, y'all. Give me a second. Let me get to them. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. So write the vision, right? Because that's been my scripture for a long time. Write the vision. Write the vision. But we got to make it as plain as possible to write this vision, to walk in this purpose. Write the vision. Even if you feel like, okay, well, I don't know what I want to do, start journaling. Write it down. Write it down. Start journaling. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start to write. You're going to start to write. And you're going to start to write. And 3 years from now, a year from now, 5 years from now, you're going to go back to that journal and realize that you were writing a vision. And now you're walking in it and didn't even know it. Trust me, it's happened every year. Every year, I look back at a journal and I was like, last year I was thinking, Prime example, your Facebook memories. If you all have Facebook memories, which I'm sure you do, your Facebook memories will tell you, oh, on this time last year you said, or this was a picture. I can guarantee you some of the memories you like, wow, I didn't even realize I was painting a picture, right? Journal. Journal. Just keep journaling and writing it out. It will come to pass. It will come. You got to believe that it will come though. So that's that for that. So what I've learned while being in while doing the shelter in place. Told you I got notes today. I got notes. So what I've learned is stay visible, stay visible, stay visible, stay visible. Especially when it comes to the art of transparency, we have to stay visible. You can't forget about us. We coming back. It's not like we're going anywhere. We just can't go anywhere. We ain't going nowhere. We just can't go nowhere. So we are still going strong. My team is amazing. We're all, it's like we got these flights in our hand. Like, can we go now? Can we go now? Can we go now? So we're coming. Houston, like I said, is next. Never be lazy about your dreams. If you don't believe in you, they won't believe in you. And as much, I'm sorry, guys, my eye is trying to itch. As much effort as you put in it, they'll put in it. You don't put no effort in it, how can they follow you? How can they care? You didn't do what you were supposed to do. So you can't get mad because you don't have supporters or they don't follow you. You didn't do it. So as much as you put in, you'll get out. So don't be lazy with your vision. The next one is have the ability. Have the ability to be virtual. The team and I got together. We did interviews. Those interviews are on our YouTube page. So be visible. Stay visible. I'm big on going live. Well, should I say I'm big on not going live? Because I be so busy, like I be in my gown, my hair be all over my head. I'm like, don't nobody feel like putting on no makeup? Don't nobody feel like putting on no clothes? Don't nobody feel like you have to. Again, don't be lazy with your vision. You want to be visible, you sometimes have to get up, take the bonnet off, put a little gel on the edges, and keep it moving. Put a little gel on the edges, honey. Put a little gel on the edges because these locks look a mess. But they cute now. Put a little gel on. And then deliver the message anyway. So these are just key points that I learned during this lock in, stay in place, all that good stuff. This is just some stuff that I learned. Deliver the message anyway. So when I thought about going live tonight, I was like, ain't nobody gonna tune in. Why would they? I've been off the scene for a long time with the whole radio show, talk show, because for a while I was doing two. I was doing the radio show, and then I would have a talk show right here in the comfort of my living room or at my dining room table. And I stopped, and I got out the eye for a long time, but I was still traveling, but I wasn't in the eye of my audience. Well, it shows. If you're not visible, they forget. People forget. Your audience forgets. Um, so during this downtime for COVID, and we couldn't go from state to state, we have to remain visible virtually. So now we get online, we tell our stories or some of our stories so that you can be intrigued, so that you know that we're not going anywhere. As soon as we're lifted, we're taking off. I've already told my team, please understand that the end of this year is going to be very busy for us because we gotta go. We gotta go. There are events that we have to make up. There are events that we had to change. There are events that we had to add because people are like, when y'all coming to this state and when y'all coming to that state? So trust me, as soon as this is lifted, we out. So catch us. And then my last point was get your business affairs in order. So in the last week, right, the governor, the president, all your state officials, they have told you how they are giving this particular business this amount of money, or apply for this loan, or apply for this grant. And every single time I went to any of those websites, it asked for the same thing. What is your tax ID number? Do you have a copy of your not-for-profit organization paperwork? All of that needs to be in order. So when they ask for it, you have it. My dad used to tell me all the time, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So I'm telling you, as a business owner for myself, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. So make sure you have all of that paperwork in a designated place so it's easy to get to. Take a picture on your phone, upload it through a scanner on your computer. Make sure you have that stuff readily available so you can send that in times like these. Are you going to get the money? Who knows? But if you don't have it, you can't apply for it. So make sure that you are ready. Make sure all of your business affairs are in order. All of them. All your paperwork needs to be in order. If you do not have a business bank account, you need to get that. You need to get that. I am not a business coach. I am a tour coach. But I do know that there are certain elements of your business that needs to be in order so that you can move forward. Where do I see AOT in the next half year to next year? We're going to finish this tour very strong. As soon as we're up and running, as soon as we can go outside again. So as soon as the world opens back up, we will finish this year strong. I'm already making dates and arrangements for 2021. We're usually the third weekend in every month. Is usually our weekend, unless it's like a holiday weekend or something of that nature, then the weekend may change. But normally it's the third weekend of every month. 2021 will be no different. We start in February, we end in November. So speaking of that, here comes these announcements, and then I'm out of here, y'all. So the first one is we are having our retreat again. This is all based upon the world opening back up in time. So we are having our annual retreat from July 17th through the 19th. It's in Wisconsin. It's women only. No children are allowed. You have to be 16. Let me say that. You have to be 16. I'm sorry, guys, but something is going on with this app. So you have to be at least 16. That is from July 17th through the 19th. Again, it is in Wisconsin. It is $399, but that includes everything, all of your food, your accommodations. You just got to get there. But being in Wisconsin, most of the time you're coming from Chicago. At least 70% of us is coming from Chicago or the surrounding areas, so we can drive. It's $399. Right now, we have a reduced deposit of $50 per person. The regular deposit is $100. However, right now it is a reduced deposit because we want to get your bed reserved. So that is $50, and it is due immediately because it is in July and we are already in April. Lord have mercy. And then that final payment is going to be due by June 1st, I think. And then as far as AOT is concerned, our next big event is Cozumel. Well, not big event, but our next out of town, out of the country event is November 12th through the 16th. And that is Cozumel. Children and families are welcome. We will be staying at a family-friendly resort. So again, that is November 12th through the 16th. That starts at $1,000 depending on what room you want. And yes, flights are included. Flights are included, all-inclusive resort, ground transportation in Cozumel is included. All of AOT activities and the conferences included, and you get an exclusive AOT Cozumel shirt. So all of that is included in the $1,000. And again, that $1,000 is, I want to say a double room. However, it is garden view. It's not an ocean view, but you can upgrade your room. That's not a problem. But they start at $1,000. And then in September, um, I'll be going to Jamaica. You're welcome to come with me. It's adult only. Come on with me. It's adult only. It's the 20th through the 24th. And that is $12.50 a person. But again, we're staying in an all adult only resort, all inclusive. Flights are included. Transportation, the ground transportation in Jamaica is also included. It also includes a t-shirt, my birthday t-shirt. Um, so contact me. I do have, most people don't know because I never really say anything about it. I do have a travel agency, and that is Amazing Destinations. Thank you, Tina, for naming my business. Thank you. Amazing Destinations. And over the course of this whole COVID being the house thing, I have resurrected it, so to speak, because I've been doing stuff like laid back stuff, but now it's time to really go forth with that as well. I've been in and out of the travel business for the last maybe 10, 11 years. Um, this is not my first travel business at all. But I laid everything down when I moved to St. Louis and just kind of, I wanted a fresh start, a restart. So I am back in the business. So if you want to travel, contact me. I'm here. But that's about it, y'all. I've talked y'all ear off. I didn't drink nothing. Normally, I have to take a drink of something when I'm on live. Oh my gosh. Renee used to get on me all the time, like, why are we sponsoring them? They ain't paid us, because I would come in with a cup. Whether it was one of the coffee companies, it was one of the coffee companies. They didn't pay us. She would be so bad. Um, so now I drink out of my own cup. Yes, I do. Versus somebody else's. So that's about it, y'all. I thank you guys for tuning in. I think I have covered all kinds of stuff today. But I am back. The Art of Transparency talk show is back, and I will be here every first, third, and if there is a fifth Sunday, I will be here on the fifth Sunday as well. 7:00 p.m. Central Standard Time. ALT is going to Houston next. Uh, Houston is in June, and then July we have the retreat. August we have, actually the beginning of August we have the expo, the Black Women's Expo here in Chicago at can't think of where it is right now, but they're turning it into the makeshift hospital. I can't think of the name of it, but so we're down there. So that's August. We also we may be going to Atlanta, but I'm not sure with the expo. So we still playing with the dates of Atlanta because the expo took our dates. But other than that, just stay tuned. September. I have teamed up with a production company, Big Girl Productions, and they are turning my first book, The Letter from the Invisible Daughter, into a play. So that premieres September the 19th. And then, like I said, the 20th through the 24th, I'll be in Jamaica. So you could go. You could go. And then October, we'll be in California. November is Cozumel. December, we are adopting families for Christmas, making sure the family has food, gifts, and shelter for Christmas. And then we're on break for January, and we're back at it in February. So that's it for me, guys. I hope I didn't miss any comments because I got two things going on here. I got a watch party and a live. So if I missed your comment, I do apologize. I will go back and definitely answer those questions or comment on your comments. So thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you April, what's the date? April 19th, y'all? I want to say April 19th is the next one. Y'all know I don't know dates. I ain't changed that much. Anybody has ever seen my lives, y'all already know I don't know no dates. So yes, April 19th. And I will have special guests, whether they're gonna be in my living room or through Zoom. We don't know yet. But I'll have special guests. AOT speakers, Marquita Rogers, Centrisa Wilson, Yoli Cox, and Crystal Iris. They will be joining me on April 19th, 7 o'clock. It is the third Sunday. So 7 o'clock right here on Facebook. This will be uploaded to our YouTube channel. So tune in April. Well, in 2 weeks, April 19th at 7 o'clock. So I will see you guys later. Thank you again for tuning in. I love you. I love you. I love you. And if you haven't told anybody today, please tell somebody you love them. You can't hug them, but send them a virtual hug or just send something, right? Because these times right now, love on your family, love on your friends, reach out. If you haven't talked to somebody and you miss them, reach out. Reach out. Right now is the time. Reach out. So I will see you guys April 19th. Have a great evening. Talk to you soon. Bye. Now watch it. Don't go off. Watch. Bye, guys.